So please take a deep breath in. Linda, do you feel comfortable in the chair? I know that I'm rushing now, so
I'll breathe.
breathe faster, faster, faster. Breathe out, very good. Another deep breath in. Hold it, and slowly breathing out. And now please recall a positive memory, a moment, an event. Okay, do you have it there? Okay, imagine that you are there. Increase that feeling, nice, positive memory, event, people, whatever it is that you are there. Okay, open your eyes. Where do you live?
Mount Marion.
Where?
Mount Marion.
Mount
Dublin.
Okay, so please close your eyes. I don't want to rob your house. You can close your eyes and go deep into relaxation. Very good. So again, take a deep breath in. Another deep breath in. And breathe out. So now please, Linda, think of the stress or discomfort of that pain that you have in your lower back. And just let me know when you start noticing, observing, visualizing the discomfort or the stress. You can nod your head. Just picture, visualize. Okay, open your eyes now. Do you know where I live?
Do I know where you live?
Yeah.
No.
No, so we are neighbors.
Are we?
No, we are not. Actually, it doesn't matter. So please take a deep breath in, breathe out, and close your eyes as you have them now already, and relax. Another deep breath in, breathe out. Row, row, row your boat, 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 row, row, row your boat. Take a deep breath in now. And just breathe out through your nose. And as you exhale, please describe or re-rate the discomfort. Probably just describe now the discomfort.
So what the colour?
Can you call it? Can you describe it?
The colour?
The color? Which color is it?
Silver grey in the centre, white all around the edges.
Okay, so the color has changed.
Like soft white, fluffy sort of white around the edges. Blurred.
Okay, any other change?
No sharp corners.
Okay, no sharp corners. Can you feel a shift in the discomfort? Any difference?
Warmth.
Warmth? When you feel ready, after analyzing the discomfort or the pain, just open your eyes when you feel ready. Meanwhile, you can keep maybe focusing on that discomfort and to know the changes. Okay, how are you? Okay, so you see changes in the color, in the temperature, and the shape. Okay, again, the situation should have been by rating the discomfort. There is a change in the color and the shape, which is something positive. If we know that we can change that object that was like, I don't know what it is, like a circle with a cone on top, and now the sharp part is probably more flat, or
it's blurred.
It's blurred. And it's changing the temperature. That's probably positive to change that, because it means that if she changes her pain, she can change her perception of pain too. Now, guys, would you like to explain something? Is there any question? Would you like to ask her something?
It's more just the technique, depending on where you're sitting. I suppose it doesn't matter which hand's positive, negative. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just positive and negative.
Yeah.
It's like firing anchors. If you know about NLP, you just fire the negative anchor and keep the positive, and just rub the arm. For me, I don't do much the rubbing. That's something new for me too. I just collapse anchors with positive and negative. That's what I used to do it. I took this information from the course I did in pain control. But it's
That was okay. That wasn't I'll tell you what shocked me when you asked me to rate my level of discomfort rather than my level of comfort, because I was starting to associate with comfort at that point. I was starting to feel more comfortable. So
that's a very good point.
yes, because you're reinforcing a positive comfort state.
Absolutely.
Because I was distancing myself from discomfort.
It was rich in a positive state.
Before I went into trance,
Oh,
if I'm asked what my level of discomfort is,
yeah.
okay? But once I'm in trance, change is taking place. We're working on instilling change. And at that point, now this is just me from the experience, I actually felt myself go like that when I was asked to rate my level of discomfort rather than my level of comfort, because I was starting to associate with comfort.
And that worked for you, didn't you feel?
That's what I'm saying. Psychologically, it was shifting a perception. Do you understand?
The opposite.
So as I can say, each of you can take your turn doing it now. I'm doing it, see how it affects you. But I was starting to focus on colour, the shapes. There was temperature. There was actual weight as well. There was a change in that. So I was distancing myself from discomfort. And it's kind of, I was walking away from discomfort, and then I'm reminded, what level of discomfort are you in, rather than rate your level of comfort now.
It's like we are focusing on the negative in that way.
So I think at the start, definitely start on what your discomfort is. But when you've done it, then what's your level of comfort now? Because change is the bridge.
Actually, now that you are saying that, usually when we see our clients for the second session or after session, we always should ask,
what positive change?
What are the improvements that you have seen? Because if we ask, the people are going to go straight away to the negative. This hasn't worked, this hasn't worked. If before they say anything, we ask them, what are the improvements? We are pushing them to bring the improvement. So in this case, it might be something similar. I'm pushing her to rate the discomfort. So I'm focusing on the negative in that way. So if we can change that and help her, okay, what are the improvements? That will be the translation I'm asking her.
Or rate your level of comfort now?
Because
your level of it's still on the same scale, but you're rating your level of comfort.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. That I'm going to modify that.
Linda, would it have helped if you said, what's your level of comfort now? And you would have said 2. And now at the end, at the beginning you would have said 2, and at the end you said, oh no, I'm at 7 in comfort.
No, I don't think so, because I think at the start of it, I'm in discomfort. So he has to talk to me where I'm at.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So he's sowing then the seeds of change. Whereas if you start me with comfort and end me with comfort, there's part of me going to challenge it.
Yeah.
Whereas if I'm transitioning from discomfort to comfort.
The best way to see what resonates more with us is just doing it. asking
Yeah.
the people that we're going to work now,
Yeah.
what is your level of discomfort or your level
Yeah.
of comfort to see
Yeah.
what resonates. Try the two options.
And see because it's just everyone, unless you are focused on that element, it mightn't have an impact on you. But it did on me.
And before you do this procedure, you would submerge somebody into some mechanism or even further. Yeah?
Before?
Before you do this
Yeah.
procedure, you would take somebody down into trance first of all, and mechanism or further.
Probably for this particular exercise, this is more NLP. I wouldn't take the person very deep into hypnosis.
You wouldn't take them.
No, I think for this, no, because this is just decreasing the pain.
Okay.
It's an NLP technique. It's not pain removal. It's not.
So you just do basically what you.
Yeah, I will do that. Probably building a little bit more rapport and getting a lot of more information. That's what I would do. And
Because a lot of people wouldn't. I've experienced people who wouldn't imagine. They say, "I don't imagine colours. I don't imagine shapes."
Yeah.
That's you're a very a great subject.
Well, it's
I mean,
yeah.
there's a lot of people who say that I don't imagine.
Yeah, that's actually a good
Yeah.
point. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
can we think about it?
I thought that was right, yeah.
Well, let's put it this way. As a client, as an analytical client, or as an analytical person, I would not normally be so compliant.
Yeah.
But there's no way I'm going to challenge.
No,
For the purposes of demonstration, you're going to.
No, said about how you feel imagine it's so vividly.
When I go for tried-regression with people, and
yeah.
I have people saying, I can't imagine now, and I've learned since, okay, well, if you were to see yourself in that, in that cinema, that screen, how your hair would be, what colour you,
Yeah.
So that, but a lot of people don't naturally imagine, or they say they don't.
They say they don't. But if you ask them to cast their mind back to their first day of their job, or ask them to do they serve their apprenticeship, can they remember their first? Do they remember or recall buying their first set of tools or their graduation? They would tell you, oh yeah, and they'll be able to tell you what they wore. What?
The first time.
Yeah, exactly. You pick the appropriate one. Yeah, but they don't remember, or their first cigarette. So they will cast their mind back to that, and they remember that, no problem.
Well, you have to go back then and say that, and then say, now listen, if it had a colour, what colour would that be?
No. What I would do is I would wind it in. So basically, you'd progress from that to some other piece of information about them. And then, so now I notice you're wearing colour blue today. It suits you. Would you normally go for that colour, or do you have a range of colours in your wardrobe at home? Which would be the most obvious colour if I was to visit your house now and open your wardrobe? When you change out of your formal wear, what's your favourite jumper? Where you take your favourite shirt? So all of a sudden then, they're identifying with a colour that makes them feel good. So that might be the colour you'd start with and work.
Yeah.
It's always indirect.
So that's putting colours on and remembering stuff that happened. Trying to put a colour or a shape on something that doesn't have any physical being per se is very difficult.
I beg to differ with you. If you're talking about pain, there are different types of pain.
Sure.
There's a sharp, piercing pain, a nerve pain.
An ache.
There's an ache, a dull throbbing ache. There's a heavy weighted pain that pulls you, right? So there are different types, and each of them will have a different response in you. One would be like loud pitch music in your ear, violin section. Another would be like a drum thudding away,
But it's also important not to dwell on if they say, I can't imagine the colour, just...
Oh no, you just
look,
shift it.
I will use the drawing because it happened to me. Look, I cannot, actually today, the session, the woman told me that she couldn't imagine a shape. It was like water, like a tree.
Yeah.
She had, it was a phobia of needles.
Mm-hmm.
So she had the fear in her stomach, and I told her, okay, how does it feel? Where do you feel it? And it was very difficult for her.
Yeah.
She explained to me it's like water that is going up in several directions. It's like a tree. So I work with what she told me, but I told her to draw that, and because it wasn't exactly what I was expecting.
Yeah.
So that might help, just to tell the person to draw, because it might happen that the person is going to say can't tell you anything because it's like, what? It's an object?
No,
What
but
is
you
that?
can reinforce with the client as well. You can say, well, it's useful for some clients, but it's not everybody. We work with whatever works best for you. So therefore, they have permission not to say, I can't leave a colour, it's not going to work. You know? Some
Give
people.
it a name. Oh.
The problem is that
Whatever works. You know, that's the thing about hypnotherapy.
Yeah.
Is having a shitload in your toolbox.
Exactly.
Everybody pretend.
You use your imagination.
Yeah, they do, but you know, you still go with it. If they're pretending it.
I know, but ask them to pretend.
Yeah.
First thing that comes in
Yeah,
is
I suppose you
probably
could do.
what's there.
Yeah.
yeah, that's a word that we use a lot, pretend.
What's their favourite program on TV? Because that's in itself is a form of hypnosis. Get lost in the program. Who's their favourite character? You know? And they will have identified with somebody. So there you know the type of person you're,
Yeah.
you know, how they're communicating. Use whatever you can, yeah?
Specifically with the colour, like if they can't say, well, I can't
Yeah.
imagine one.
And
Well,
that-
pretend it has
Yeah.
a colour. The first thing that comes into that, I just
Well, on the
probably-
top of
It's probably the right
That's in
one.
their awareness.
Yeah.
If you're forced to do something, then it just maybe you're better off just okay.